music piece sometimes. As you go along, you have your major keys and your minor keys. Simple and complex passages that make you just want to give up and stop facing the music. But sometimes we have the chance to rewrite that music, change the key, make that passage a little bit simpler. And most of the time, for a lot of us, we forget that. Mr. Buchholz, ladies and gentlemen, I remind you that sometimes all you need to do is reread the music. When you first meet a key change, you can either see it as a major key or a minor key. When that key change occurs, would you see it as major or minor? In life, we have our good times and bad times, just like music has its major and minor keys. But when we reach those minor keys, we sometimes forget that relative major, the good in the bad. I know that I myself have the tendency to look at things in the minor key, and I know I'm probably not the only one either. Senior writer John McKenna has said that when discussing issues in wider society, most people across the world tend to take an overly pessimistic view. And I'm sure if I got people to raise their hands either, there would be pessimists in this very audience. It can be hard to look on the bright side, and sometimes it's pretty much impossible, which is okay. Some minor keys take time to change out of. But when you have that chance to take that minor key and change it to a major key, why not take that route to see the rainbow in the rain? In your music piece called Life, the simple passages are relaxing, but for the most part, they're filled with complex passages that you didn't even know were possible. In life, we have many obstacles, whether it be being stuck in traffic for that little bit longer, being sick while you're trying to give a speech, or the endless mountain of schoolwork that towers on your desk as you try to figure out, where do I even start? For a lot of us, we can feel defeated as it gets harder and harder to face the music. And we feel like we believe we can't do it. It's too hard. But sometimes the music can be easier than we think. The University of Michigan has stated that 57% of women and 43% of men are overthinkers. We self-sabotage, make problems bigger than they actually are, or create problems that weren't even there in the first place. And sometimes, all that you need to do is to look at the music from a different angle, or a different pattern. Sometimes all that needed is a change in attitude. You could be traveling along in a major key and boom, a few accidentals later and you've entered a minor key. Or you could reach a chord that you have no idea how to execute and be left behind by the constantly ticking metronome. Life can be disguised by negativity, with our pessimistic nature and overthinking getting in the way of how we truly envision life. But sometimes all that is needed is that change of a key, or to look at the music from a different angle. Mr. Buchholz, ladies and gentlemen, I leave you with a question. How will you face the music?